Jai Hind. Hello everyone. I would like to brief about type of contracts, contract forms and financial powers for concluding contracts. MES department executes majority of works by contract as jobs are executed efficiently, economically and in least possible time. Various standard forms of contract are used for different kinds of work as per requirement and situation as evolved. Building contracts can be broadly divided into two types: lump sum contracts and measurement contracts. Lump sum contracts, as name indicates, the contractor undertakes to carry out the work for fixed sum. These type of contracts are used where the scope of work is fixed and well defined. Complete, full, detailed and exact scope of work required to be carried out under the lump sum contract is laid down by way of drawings and specifications incorporated in tender documents. The tenderer quotes a fixed amount which, when accepted, becomes contract. In lump sum contract, recording of detailed measurements at site is not necessary as lot of time, energy, paper is saved. In lump sum contracts, interim payments are made by contractors on basis of assessment of progress of work actually done by mode of yardsticks, and this does not involve recording of detailed measurements. The day-to-day supervision by MES ensures that the work being done is in accordance with the dimensions and quality as laid down in the drawings and as specified in contract. Measurement contracts are used where scope of work is defined but quantities required for the works are not defined. In measurement contracts, quantities involved in the scope of work are stated approximately in Schedule A of contract. The exact amount payable to the contractor for RAR and final bill is decided only after measurement of work done executed at site and priced at rates quoted for each item of works. In various lump sum contracts, it often happens that exact final quantities for comparatively small portion of work cannot be worked out accurately in advance. Example, electrifications, water supply, sewage line, etc. required in a building. For such portion of the work, the item-wise description with approximate quantities are kept separate as measurable schedules and the contractor quotes rate for that schedules. These measurable portion of works are made part of lump sum contract. By this procedure, concluding contracts of small amounts for measurable portion is avoided. Now I would like to brief lump sum contracts. These are 6 types of lump sum contracts used in MES. Lump sum contracts based on bills of quantities. The tenderer is supplied with complete set of drawings, specifications and quantity of each item of work. The correctness of the quantities of work given in the bills of quantities is guaranteed by MES. The tenderer quotes his rates for each item of works and arrive at a lump sum amount that he will charge for entire work. Interim payments are made by assessment, yardsticks and not involving measurements at site. Variations, if any, from the original scope of work are measured in details and contract price adjusted on the basis of rates quoted in BOQ. These type of contracts are most refined, suitable for large prestigious buildings and for works involving constructions of many units of same type of designs. Example, merit accommodation. Form IAFW 2159 is used for this type of contracts and IFW 2249 is used as a general condition of contracts. In lump sum contracts based on pre-pricing by MES, the cost of each building estimated in advance by MES at par with SSR and is inserted in Schedule A. The detailed estimate of buildings are not supplied to the tenderer and the accuracy of the pre-pricing done by MES is also not guaranteed. A complete set of drawings and specification is supplied to the tenderer. The tenderer is required to work out the detailed estimate for each building listed in Schedule A, apply his own rates and quote lump sum amount that he will charge for the work. The only purpose served by pre-pricing done by MES is to arrive at percentage above below the SSR rates for working out the deviations noticed during the execution of work. A majority of contracts concluded MES are of this type for any kind of buildings or structures. Form IAFW 2159 is used for this type of contracts and IAFW 2249 is applicable as general condition of contract. Lump sum based on drawings and specifications. In lump sum contracts based on drawings and specifications, the tenderer is neither supplied with detailed quantities nor with the cost of work pre-priced by MES at par with SSR. The tender is supplied with a complete set of drawings and specifications. The tender is required to work out the quantities, apply his own rates and quote lump sum against each building listed in Schedule A. A special condition is inserted in a tender documents indicating a percentage above below the SSR levels of rates for the purpose of pricing deviations. The percentage is pre-assessed by MES before the uploading of tender. Use of this type of contract should be, as far as possible, be restricted to technical buildings of a non-repetitive nature and when time is not available for pre-pricing. Form IAFW 2159 is used for these type of contracts and IAFW 2249 is applicable as general condition of contract. Lump sum contracts for sales of building for demolition, removal and clearance of site. These type of contracts are used when existing buildings are required to be demolished. The tenderer quotes lump sum price for demolition of building and removal of debris. He also quotes a credit which he will offer for salvaged materials, or schedule of credit is fixed in tender by MES. Form IAFW 2352 is specially devised for this type of contracts. Piecework for specific job. Small specific jobs like minor works, repairs to plants and machinery etc. not exceeding Rs 10,000, where the scope of work is exactly known, can be executed through this type of contracts. The contractor quotes a lump sum for the complete job. As the nature of work does not warrant elaborate conditions of contract etc., a simple and concise contract is devised for use in MES. Form IAFW 1780A is used for this type of contracts. Contracts for specialist consultancy services. Due to excessive planning load in particular MES formation or due to complexity or specialist nature of job, it may be found expedient to employ the services of professional consulting firm for working up a scheme, designs, calculations, preparation of drawings, bills of quantities, drafting specifications, etc. A standard contract form has been devised for the purpose. MES shall supply the consultant with data, information, parameters, etc. for use by the consultant. The schedule of fees payable shall also be so made out whereby the consultants become entitled for payment of fees on satisfactory completion of entire consultancy services. Alternatively, stipulations for item-wise stage payments may also be made. Engineering, procurement, construction, EPC contracts. These type of lump sum contracts are suitable for complex buildings where entire engineering, procurement and execution is entrusted to the contractor. In this type of contracts, contractor will carry out the detailed engineering design of the project, procure all the equipments and materials necessary and then construct to deliver a fully functional facility to the department. These type of contracts are in preliminary stage in MES and instructions as issued by ENC branch from time to time shall be followed. Now I would like to brief measurement contracts. There are 6 type of measurement contracts used in MES. Item rate contracts. These type of contracts is ideally suitable where approximate quantities of work are available and less number of items are to be executed. Example, road work, runway work, external water supply, sewage, electrical works, political services, etc. Schedule A contains item with approximate quantities. The description of item covers specifications in brief. Detailed specifications and drawings are also supplied to the tenderers. The tenderer quotes his rates for each item of work. Payments are priced based on actual measurements at site and priced at quoted rates. Form IAFW 1779A is used for this type of contracts and IAFW 2249 is applicable as general condition of contracts. Term contract for artificial works, TC. This is a contract for fixed term, usually 12 months, and is used for normal or ordinary repairs, minor repairs whose scope is not known while tendering stage. The area within which work can be ordered is clearly marked on map laid down. The contractor undertakes to carry out any number of works which may be ordered on him during the fixed term within the specified area. The tenderer quotes a percentage above or below the SSR. Works are ordered as and when necessity arises. Works is measured against items listed in SSR, priced at rates given in SSR and adjusted by the percentage quoted by the contractor. Form IAFW 1821 is used for this type of contracts and IAFW 2249 is applicable as general condition of contracts. Percentage rate contract. In this type of contract, tenderer quotes a percentage above below the SSR for a specific work or group of work. Amounts payable under RAR and final bills are decided on the basis of measurements of work done priced at rates given in SSR adjusted by quoted percentage. Tender documents containing information on the nature and broad scope of work, estimate cost, period of completion, specifications and set of drawings are given, but neither the quantities nor description of items of work in form of Schedule A are supplied. Use of this type of contract should be restricted as far as possible and to be undertaken with prior approval of next higher engineering authority. Form IAFW 1779 is used for this type of contracts and IAFW 2249 is applicable as general condition of contract. Rate contract for supplies of stores, material and furniture. This type of contracts is suitable for procurement of any specific kind of material, item of furniture and stores of maintenance, petty stores for office use, etc. The tenderer quotes his rate for supply of each item listed in Schedule A during a fixed period of time, usually 6 months or 1 year. Orders for supply can be placed as and when the requirement arises in bulk or piecemeal. Items or stores delivered are measured and payment made at rates quoted. Bill is prepared separately for each supply order completed. At the time of inviting tenders, the items of stores, furniture, etc. may be divided into groups and separate contracts concluded for each group with the lowest tenderer for particular group. IAFW 1815Z is used for these type of contracts and same is applicable as general condition of contract. Contracts for handling and conveyance of stores. These type of contracts is used for loading, unloading, removal, transportation, stacking and preservation of stores of any description. The tenderer is required to quote a percentage on of a priced schedule of rates attached to the tenders. This is running contract, usually concluded for 12 months. Work order duly stipulating the period of completion are placed as when need arises. The contractor is required to keep vehicles and labor gang available for deploying at a short notice. In case of any delay, default by contractor for unloading of stores received by railway wagons, demurrage charges levied by railway authorities are recovered from the contractor. Form IAFW 2320 is used for this type of contracts and same is applicable as general condition of contracts. Piece work contracts. These type of contracts cater for small items of work of a recurrent nature, example recleaning of furniture, emptying of septic tanks, restringing of charpais and like. Contracts are usually made for single item of work which can be ordered in bulk or piecemeal as and when necessity arises during a stipulated period of time. Total value of work order is not to exceed Rs 5,000 during entire period of contract. Form IAFW 1780 is used for these type of contracts. Now I will discuss financial powers. The financial power for entering into contracts through competitive tenders for the formations are AG independent, Rs 10 lakhs, garrison engineer, Rs 50 lakhs, commander works engineer, Rs 150 lakhs, chief engineer has a full power, engineer in chief has a full power. With this, I would like to conclude my presentation. Thank you. Jai Hind.